Welcome to the 2023 Missouri DMV Practice Test. Here's what's coming up. 60 practice questions and their answers. Remember, the real test consists of just 25 questions, and you'll need to hit that 80% mark or higher to pass. Ensure you're prepared to ace it on your first attempt by using this Missouri DMV Practice Test. Don't forget to give that like button a tap. Now, let's get rolling.
Question 1. If an officer is directing traffic at a working traffic light, drivers should A. Follow the directions indicated by the traffic light. B. Follow the directions given by the officer. C. Honk at the officer. D. Check to see what the cars next to them are doing. The answer is B. Traffic signals are placed at intersections to keep traffic moving and to help prevent crashes. Drivers, pedestrians, and cyclists must obey these signals, except in instances when an officer is directing traffic. Question 2. To check your blind spot when changing lanes to the left, you should glance A. Over your right shoulder. B. At your side mirror. C. Over your left shoulder. D. At your rear view mirror. The answer is C. To check your blind spot, glance over your shoulder in the direction that you want to move. Question 3. This sign means A. No parking. B. Right lane closed. C. Multiple turns. D. Winding road. The answer is D. This sign warns drivers that they are approaching a winding road and that they should adjust their speed accordingly. Question 4. You must pull over to the edge of the road and allow an emergency vehicle to pass. A. Only if it is following you. B. Only if it is approaching you from the opposite direction. C. Regardless of your direction. D. None of the above. The answer is C. You must pull over to the right edge of the road and stop for an emergency vehicle with flashing lights, regardless of whether it is approaching you from behind or from the opposite direction. Question 5. You approach an emergency vehicle that is stopped with its lights flashing. You must A. Drive to the right side of the road and stop. B. Stay in your lane and continue to drive at the same speed. C. Slow down. If possible, change lanes so you will not drive next to the stopped emergency vehicle. D. Accelerate to quickly pass the stopped vehicle. The answer is C. If you approach an emergency vehicle, tow truck, or roadside assistance vehicle that is stopped with its lights flashing, you must change lanes to allow the vehicle extra space. If there is only one lane moving in your direction, or if changing lanes would be unsafe, you must slow down to a speed below the posted speed limit and give the stationary vehicle as much room as possible. Always slow down and be prepared to stop when you approach an emergency scene. Question 6. This sign means A. Narrow bridge ahead. B. Lane ends or roadway narrows ahead. C. Industrial area. D. Freeway on ramp ahead. The answer is B. This sign warns drivers that the right lane is ending or that the road is narrowing ahead. Question 7. If another driver cuts you off in traffic, you should A. Pull next to the driver and yell at them. B. Flash your high beams at the driver. C. Let it go. D. Get back at the other driver by cutting them off. The answer is C. To avoid the dangers of road rage, you should never take it personally if another driver cuts you off in traffic. Just let it go and continue driving safely. Question 8. Under what circumstances are you allowed to cross double solid yellow lines? A. To pass a slow-moving truck. B. To turn into a driveway. C. To pass another car. D. Under no conditions. The answer is B. Double solid lines indicate that you may not pass or change lanes. You cannot cross the lines unless it is to turn left to enter or exit a highway, to turn into or from a driveway, or to make a U-turn, where permitted. Question 9. When changing lanes on a highway, you should A. Signal a lane change. B. Check your rear view and outside mirrors. C. Check your blind spot by glancing over your shoulder. D. All of the above. The answer is D. Anytime you want to change lanes, you should properly signal your intentions well in advance, check your mirrors, and check your blind spot. You can check your blind spot by glancing over your shoulder in the direction that you plan to move. Question 10. When driving near a blind pedestrian who is carrying a white cane or using a guide dog, you should A. Slow down and be prepared to stop. B. Take the right of way. C. Proceed normally. D. Drive away quickly. The answer is A. When driving near a blind pedestrian who is carrying a white cane or walking with a guide dog, you must slow down, yield the right of way, and then proceed with caution. Be prepared to stop your vehicle in order to prevent injury or danger to the pedestrian. Question 11. Which of the following is not illegal for any driver? A. Holding a cell phone in your hand. B. Talking on a hands-free phone. C. Using your phone to video call. D. Typing or reading a text message. The answer is B. Under the new law, while the vehicle is in motion, drivers are prohibited from physically holding or supporting a cell phone with any part of their body, manually typing, writing, sending, or reading text-based messages. Drivers are not allowed to record, post, send or broadcast video, including video calls and social media posts. Watching a video or movie is also prohibited. Question 12. Signal a turn at least how many feet before you make the turn? A. 100 feet. B. 50 feet. C. 25 feet. D. 200 feet. The answer is A. Before you turn, signal at least 100 feet in advance to let other drivers know that you plan to turn. Note that at 40 miles per hour, a vehicle will travel 100 feet in less than 2 seconds. If there are other streets, driveways, or entrances between you and where you want to turn, wait until you have passed them before you signal. If you signal before you pass those places, you may mislead other drivers into thinking that you plan to turn there. Question 13. What does this sign mean? A. Flag person, flagger, ahead. B. Playground ahead. C. School zone ahead. D. Road closed. The answer is A. This construction or work zone sign indicates a flag person, flagger, ahead. Flaggers are often located in highway or street work zones. They use red flags or stop/slow paddles to guide traffic safely through these areas. Question 14. When turning corners, turn the steering wheel using A. The single hand technique. B. The hand off hand technique. C. The hand over hand technique. D. One hand. The answer is C. When turning corners, turn the steering wheel using the hand over hand technique. Do not turn the wheel with just the palm of one hand, because you could lose control. When you complete a turn, straighten out the steering wheel by hand. Question 15. The first step in Missouri's graduated driver license program for young drivers is A. To obtain an intermediate license. B. To obtain automobile insurance. C. To obtain an instruction permit. D. To obtain a full driver license. The answer is C. The first step in Missouri's graduated driver license program for young drivers is to obtain an instruction permit. This permit will allow the young driver to practice driving under the supervision of a licensed adult. Question 16. To obtain a driver license, you must pass A. A vision test, a written test, a road sign test, and a driving test. B. A vision test, a written test, a driving test, and a vehicle test. C. A vision test, a written test, a vehicle test, and a fitness test. D. A vision test, a road sign test, a vehicle test, and a fitness test. The answer is A. To obtain a driver license, you must pass a vision test, a written test, a road sign test, and a driving, road, test. Question 17. When approaching a roundabout, you must A. Activate your left turn signal to exit. B. Yield to traffic in the roundabout and pedestrians in crosswalks. C. Move in a clockwise direction. D. Enter from the left. The answer is B. When approaching a roundabout, you must yield to traffic in the roundabout and pedestrians in crosswalks. Enter the roundabout from the right and travel counterclockwise around the roundabout until you reach your exit. Then switch on your right turn signal and exit the roundabout on the right. Question 18. Which of these statements is false? A. You should only make a U-turn when it is safe to do so. B. Always make a U-turn at a location marked with a no U-turn sign. C. Do not make a U-turn on a curve or near the crest of a hill. D. Some cities and towns do not allow U-turns. The answer is B. You should only make a U-turn when it is safe to do so. Do not make a U-turn on a curve or near the crest of a hill, where your vehicle may not be seen by other drivers. Some cities and towns do not allow U-turns at all. Never make a U-turn at a location marked with a no U-turn sign. Never make a U-turn at an intersection controlled by a traffic signal or police officer. Question 19. To pass a motorcycle, you should A. Pass in an adjacent lane. B. Use the rightmost lane. C. Not pass in an adjacent lane. D. Use the same lane as the motorcycle. The answer is A. A motorcycle requires a full lane width to operate safely. When you are passing a motorcycle, give it a full lane width. Do not try to squeeze past a motorcycle. Rather than pass a motorcycle in a lane too narrow to share, wait for a clear stretch of road before passing. Question 20. When driving in fog at night, you should use A. Emergency flashers. B. Low beam headlights. C. Parking lights. D. High beam headlights. The answer is B. Normally, high beams help you see farther ahead, but they can reflect off precipitation, causing glare. Use low beams in fog, rain, or snow. However, if fog becomes so dense that visibility is reduced to near zero, you should pull off the road entirely and wait for the fog to partially lift. Remember, if you can't see, you can't drive. Question 21. A broken white center line on the roadway means A. No turns are allowed. B. Reduce your speed ahead. C. You may change lanes with due care. D. You are in a no passing zone. The answer is C. A broken white line separates two lanes traveling in the same direction. Once you have signaled and if it is safe to do so, you may cross this line when changing lanes. Question 22. To avoid accidents, drivers should communicate with each other by A. Signaling when changing lane/direction, slowing down or stopping. B. Using their horns in emergencies and when really necessary. C. Using emergency flashers/flares/signs as needed. D. All of the above. The answer is D. Crashes often happen because one driver does something that another driver does not expect. To help avoid crashes, communicate with drivers on the road. Let others know where you are and what you plan to do by signaling your intentions with the help of your turn signals, emergency flashers, brake lights and your horn. Question 23. From top to bottom, the following is the proper order for traffic lights. A. Red, green, yellow. B. Green, red, yellow. C. Red, yellow, green. D. Green, yellow, red. The answer is C. Red light is always located at the top if the traffic light is vertical and on the left if the traffic light is horizontal. Question 24. If your turn signals fail, you should use which of the following to indicate you are turning? A. Hand signals. B. Your horn. C. Your headlights. D. Your emergency flashers. The answer is A. Signals may be given by hand and arm positions or by using the vehicle's signal lights. If bright sunlight makes the signal lights hard to see or your turning lights are malfunctioning, also use hand and arm signals. Question 25. In a roundabout, you have the right of way when you are A. Entering a traffic circle. B. Backing out of a driveway. C. Already in a traffic circle. D. Leaving a parking space. The answer is C. A roundabout is an intersection where traffic travels around a central island in a counterclockwise direction. You have the right of way when you are already in the traffic circle. Vehicles entering or exiting the roundabout must yield to all traffic including pedestrians. Question 26. When parking your vehicle facing uphill with a curb, you should point your front wheels A. Into the curb. B. Away from the curb. C. Either into or away from the curb. D. Straight ahead. The answer is B. Point your front wheels away from the curb when parking your vehicle facing uphill. Don't forget to set the parking brake and place automatic gear shift in park. Shift manual gears to first. If these precautions fail and the vehicle starts rolling, the front wheels will hit the curb and stop the car. Question 27. A green arrow showing at the same time as the red traffic light means A. Vehicles going in the direction shown by the arrow must stop. B. Do not go in the direction of the arrow until the traffic light turns green. C. You may go in the direction of the arrow with caution. D. Road closed ahead, go in the direction of the arrow. The answer is C. A green arrow, pointing right or left, means you may make a turn in the direction of the arrow. If the red light is illuminated at the same time, you must be in the proper lane for such a turn and you must yield the right of way to vehicles and pedestrians clearing the intersection. Question 28. One of the rules of defensive driving is A. Look straight ahead as you drive. B. Expect that other drivers will make up for your errors. C. Stay alert and keep your eyes moving. D. Be confident that you can avoid danger at the last minute. The answer is C. Traffic conditions change continuously. Always scan the road ahead. Do not use the road or even the vehicle ahead as your only points of focus. Look ahead so you can prevent, or decrease, possible problems. Keep your eyes moving, notice what is happening at the sides of the road, and check behind you through your mirrors every few seconds. Question 29. You are going to make a left turn from a dedicated left turn lane when a yellow arrow appears for your lane. You should A. Speed up to get through the intersection. B. Stop and not turn under any circumstances. C. Go through the intersection since you have the right of way. D. Be prepared to obey the next signal that appears. The answer is D. A yellow arrow means the protected turning time period is ending. Be prepared to obey the next signal, which could be the green or red light or the red arrow. Question 30. This sign means A. No U-turn. B. No left turn. C. No right turn. D. No turning. The answer is C. Do not make a right turn at an intersection marked by the no right turn sign. You can either travel straight through the intersection or turn left. Question 31. What does this sign indicate? A. Detour. B. Slow-moving vehicle. C. Taxi. D. Vehicle carrying hazardous materials. The answer is B. A reflective orange triangle on the rear of a vehicle identifies it as a slow-moving vehicle, which Missouri defines as a vehicle that always travels at less than 25 miles per hour. Such vehicles include horse-drawn vehicles, certain farm equipment, and certain construction equipment. If you end up behind one of these vehicles, slow down and be patient. The driver will usually try to pull over whenever possible to prevent traffic backups. Question 32. At a J-turn intersection, how do you turn left from a side road onto the main road? A. Wait for an opening in traffic, then enter the middle of the intersection and turn left. B. Turn right in the same direction of traffic, merge into the far left lane, and then make a left turn in the direction you intend to travel. C. Do either A or B. D. Do neither A nor B. The answer is B. To turn left onto a main road at a J-turn intersection, you actually turn right and then turn around. That is, you turn right in the same direction of traffic, merge into the far left lane, and then make a left turn in the direction you intend to travel. This eliminates the need for protected left turns, with green arrow signals. Question 33. Which of the following statements are true about making turns? A. Turn from the lane that is closest to the direction you want to go, and turn into the lane closest to the one you came from. B. Get into the proper turn lane and signal at least 100 feet before you turn. C. Before you make the turn, look both ways for oncoming traffic or pedestrians. D. All of the above are true. The answer is D. When preparing to turn, get in the correct turn lane, signal 100 feet before turning, check for oncoming traffic and pedestrians, and choose the lane closest to your desired direction to minimize lane changes and ensure smooth, safe turning. Question 34. If vehicles approaching from opposite directions reach a four-way stop at about the same time. A. The vehicle going straight must yield to the vehicle turning left. B. The vehicle turning right must yield to the vehicle turning left. C. The vehicle turning left must yield to the vehicle going straight or turning right. D. The vehicle with more passengers must go first. The answer is C. If vehicles approaching from opposite directions reach a four-way stop or an uncontrolled intersection at about the same time, the vehicle turning left must yield to the vehicle going straight or turning right. Question 35. When you drive in city traffic, you should try to look at least A. 3 blocks ahead. B. 1 block ahead. C. 2 blocks ahead. D. 4 blocks ahead. The answer is B. When you drive in city traffic, you should try to look at least 1 block ahead. In the city, 10 seconds is about 1 block. Question 36. If another driver is tailgating you, the best course of action is to A. Move into the left lane and reduce your speed. B. Move into the right lane and stop. C. Move into the left lane and increase your speed. D. Move into the right lane and reduce your speed. The answer is D. If you are being tailgated, move into the right lane and reduce your speed. Encourage the tailgater to pass you. You will be safer with the tailgater in front of you rather than right behind you. Question 37. When you see an elderly person crossing an intersection, you should A. Increase your speed and cross the intersection quickly. B. Stop and yield the right of way. C. Blow your horn to stop the person. D. Keep driving. The answer is B. You must yield the right of way to pedestrians at intersections or in crosswalks. Question 38. Which of the following right of way rules is false? A. You must obey signals given by a law enforcement officer even if the officer's signals contradict the traffic signals. B. Pedestrians using a guide dog or carrying a white cane have the absolute right of way. C. You must yield the right of way at all times to pedestrians who are in a marked or unmarked crosswalk. D. At an intersection where there are no traffic signs or signals, you must yield to vehicles coming from the left. The answer is D. At an uncontrolled intersection, i.e., one without traffic signals or signals, yield to vehicles coming from the right. Question 39. Where are U-turns generally considered illegal according to traffic regulations? A. On a highway. B. At an intersection controlled by traffic signals. C. Near a crest of a hill or on a curve. D. In all of the above locations. The answer is D. U-turns are illegal on a highway, near the crest of a hill, on a curve, or at an intersection controlled by traffic signals or a police officer. U-turns are prohibited in these locations for safety reasons, as they can lead to accidents and disrupt the flow of traffic. Question 40. A broken yellow line alongside a solid yellow line indicates that A. Passing is permitted on the side of the solid line, but not on the side of the broken line. B. Passing is permitted on both sides. C. Passing is permitted on the side of the broken line, but not on the side of the solid line. D. Passing is not permitted on either side. The answer is C. A broken yellow line alongside a solid yellow line indicates that passing is permitted on the side of the broken line, but not on the side of the solid line. Question 41. If there is a solid white line next to your lane, you must A. Make a right turn. B. Stay in your lane. C. Stop at the line. D. Not stay in your lane? The answer is B. If there is a solid white line next to your lane, you should stay in your lane unless an urgent situation requires you to change lanes. Question 42. The correct hand signal to indicate a left turn is A. Hand and arm extended upward. B. Hand and arm extended backward. C. Hand and arm extended outward. D. Hand and arm extended downward. The answer is C. When you want to make a turn, be sure your intentions are known to other drivers. Signals should be continued until you are ready to make the actual turn. The correct hand signal for a left turn is hand and arm extended outward. Question 43. Two solid yellow lines mean that A. No passing is permitted. B. Passing is permitted anytime. C. Passing is permitted during the day. D. Passing is permitted at night. The answer is A. Two solid yellow lines, also called a double solid yellow line, mean that no passing is allowed on either side. Question 44. At railroad crossings that are only marked with a stop sign, you should stop and then proceed only when A. You determine that there is enough room for your vehicle on the opposite side. B. You determine that no train is approaching. C. You determine that no pedestrians are approaching. D. All of the above are true. The answer is D. At crossings that are only marked with a stop sign, you must stop and then proceed only when you determine that no train is approaching. Make sure you yield to pedestrians at the crossing and that there is enough room for your vehicle on the opposite side of the crossing. Question 45. Being constantly aware of the driving conditions, planning ahead, anticipating dangers, and taking the right actions to avoid obstacles or other vehicles is known as A. Good driving. B. Positive driving. C. Safe driving. D. Defensive driving. The answer is D. Defensive driving, defined by the National Safety Council, means protecting lives, time, and money by anticipating and avoiding hazards. It's essential for personal safety and responsible driving. Question 46. If you injure or kill someone while you're driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs, you may spend up to how many years in jail? A. 4 years. B. 7 years. C. 10 years. D. 14 years. The answer is B. If you are convicted of injuring or killing someone while you were driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs, you may be fined $5,000 and spend between 2 and 7 years in jail. Question 47. If you are convicted of speeding or passing in a construction or work zone for a second time, you will be fined at least A. $300. B. $325. C. $400. D. $350. The answer is A. If you're convicted of speeding or passing in a construction or work zone for a second time, you will be fined a minimum of $300. Question 48. If you injure or kill someone while you're driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs, you may be fined A. $2,500. B. $1,000. C. $5,000. D. $7,500. The answer is C. If you are convicted of injuring or killing someone while you were driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs, you may be fined $5,000 and spend between 2 and 7 years in jail. Question 49. What is the legal blood alcohol concentration, BAC, limit for adult drivers? A. Less than 0.08%. B. 0.10%. C. 0.08%. D. 0.09%. The answer is A. The legal blood alcohol concentration, BAC, limit is less than 0.08%. If your BAC is 0.08% or more, you are considered legally intoxicated. If you are caught driving with a BAC of 0.08% or more, your driver license may be suspended. Question 50. In Missouri, what is the minimum fine for a first offense of speeding or passing in a construction or work zone? A. $100. B. $250. C. $50. D. $200. The answer is B. If you are convicted of speeding or passing in a construction or work zone for the first time, you may be fined at least $250. Question 51. How can fatigue affect your driving? A. Impaired judgment. B. Decreased awareness. C. Slower reaction times. D. All of the above. The answer is D. Fatigue can affect your driving by impairing your judgment, slowing your reaction times, and decreasing your awareness of your surroundings. Question 52. What should you do if you feel drowsy before you drive? A. Drink coffee. B. Sleep. C. Listen to music. D. Exercise. The answer is B. Stimulants, exercise, and music can help keep you awake, but the best remedy for drowsiness is sleep. If you're getting 9 hours of sleep and still feel tired, consult a physician. Question 53. Which drugs can affect your ability to safely operate a vehicle? A. Illegal drugs. B. Over-the-counter drugs. C. Prescription drugs. D. All of the above. The answer is D. Prescription drugs, illegal drugs, and over-the-counter drugs can all affect your ability to safely drive a vehicle. Question 54. Can you take medications before planning to drive? A. Only if the doctor says it won't affect safe driving. B. Only if you have a prescription. C. Only over-the-counter ones. D. No. The answer is A. Many prescription and over-the-counter medications can make you drowsy. Only take medications while driving if the doctor informs you they won't affect safe driving ability. Question 55. Things that can distract you from the road include: A. Checking blind spots. B. Checking the traffic behind you frequently. C. Always checking mirrors. D. Text messaging and talking on the phone. The answer is D. Anything that draws your attention away from the road can distract you. Some examples of distractions while driving are text messaging, talking on the phone, dealing with children, and lighting a cigarette. Question 56. Which of the following contains more alcohol? A. A 1.5 ounce shot of 80 proof liquor. B. A 12 ounce glass of 5% beer. C. A 5 ounce glass of 12% wine. D. They're all the same. The answer is D. All of the answers contain the same amount of alcohol. Question 57. How many standard servings of alcohol can safely be consumed by an adult before driving? A. 2. B. 1. C. 3. D. It varies from person to person. The answer is D. The amount of alcohol each person can drink before reaching the legal limit is different for each person and depends on a variety of factors. Question 58. Drinking alcohol and driving at night is especially dangerous because: A. Roads are busier at night. B. Your vision is already restricted. C. You are more likely to encounter drivers who have been drinking. D. Alcohol affects your judgment at night more. The answer is B. Drinking alcohol and driving at night is especially dangerous because your vision is already restricted since it is dark out and more difficult to see. Question 59. When a driver's blood alcohol concentration, BAC, rises, which of the following happens? A. Self-control and judgment are the first processes affected. B. The drinker's brain is increasingly affected by the alcohol. C. Coordination and muscle control are affected by the alcohol. D. All of the above. The answer is D. Once you drink alcohol, it enters your bloodstream and starts affecting all of your bodily processes, such as coordination, self-control, and reaction time. The only cure to alcohol's effect on your brain is to wait until it exits your bloodstream. Question 60. Alcohol can affect your: A. Reaction time. B. Judgment. C. Concentration. D. All of the above answers are correct. The answer is D. Alcohol can affect your concentration, reaction time, and judgment.
We hope you found our 2023 Missouri DMV practice test useful. And if you did, don't forget to smash that like button. And if you're looking for more practice tests, check out these other videos and subscribe to our channel to see our latest tests.